लो दीदी, दीदी मुझे बचा लो दीदी, मुझे बहुत डर लग रहा है कि मुझे मेरे बच्चों को मार डाल देंगे दीदी.
Not just the virus, it's his proximity that I fear the most. In the locked house, my heart bounces each time he feels my body. All his vicious forces he boasts. For it's not love, for it's not care. It's this hideous feel of his gruesome body that wrecks my guts. Swayam, a women rights NGO in Kolkata, narrated a deeply saddening account of a woman who was forced to starve during the lockdown just because her husband stole her ration card. In yet another horrifying tale narrated by the Center for Research, a woman called from a shop and said that her husband had lost his job and was always home and beats her in front of their kids. These are just two stories from amongst hundreds of such plaintive ordeals. Not everybody who stays inside is safe. For them, the actual danger is inside, attacking them both physically and mentally. The National Commission for Women has recorded more than twofold rise in gender-based violence after the nationwide lockdown began. As per the data, out of the 370 complaints, the highest 123 from March 23rd till April 10th, 2020 were that of domestic violence. National Legal Services Authority also released some shocking numbers in a report which mentioned that a total of 144 cases of domestic violence were reported in Uttarakhand alone. At this juncture, it becomes even more imperative for us to understand the current legal framework which protects the women of our country from domestic violence. The Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005, which puts into perspective domestic violence in 4 categories: physical, sexual, verbal or emotional, and economic. Complete protection of women is ensured, and any person who has reason to believe that such an act has taken place or is likely to take place can inform the protection officer. The Dowry Prohibition Act 1961 to prevent the giving or receiving of dowry. Section 498A of the Indian Penal Code enshrines that if a husband or relative of the husband of the woman subjects her to cruelty, then such a person shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend up to 3 years and shall also be liable for fine. It is crucial to mention the role of the judiciary in upholding the rights of women. In Vajresh Anvekar vs. State of Karnataka, the court held that assault on women cannot be accepted as a social norm and violates her right to dignity enshrined under Article 21.
Victim has always been a concern. We limit ourselves only to reporting, that is till FIR, charge sheet, and later that is the court verdict. In between lines were never meant to communicate.
शांत हो जाइए, कुछ नहीं होगा आपको
मदद कीजिए.
नहीं, आपको घबराने की बिल्कुल जरूरत नहीं है. मैं हूँ आपके साथ. आप हमारे ऊपर पूरा विश्वास रखिए. हम आपको इस मुसीबत से जरूर निकाल लेंगे.
Amidst this dark and helpless times, some NGOs are on their toes to protect those who are victims of cruel treatment by their partners. Some of them are worth mentioning. Vishaka in Rajasthan, which supports migrant working women implementing outreach programs. Shakti Shalini, a Delhi-based NGO, is one of the organizations that has been running a 24-hour helpline since the lockdown began.
They say that existing difficulties and vulnerabilities get exacerbated when a disaster hits. That means domestic violence is a kind of shadow terrorism as well, which is getting very trivialized because it's happening within the 4 walls of the house. Now the problem with the domestic violence is that we need to have not only legal zero tolerance, we need to have social policy and interventionist legal tolerance. We need to have the zero tolerance policy extended by awareness and intervention strategy being health-centric as well as law-centric. Thank you.
In case of violence, one can reach out to family, friends and neighbors and seek support from alert numbers or by calling National Helpline number 181. As per WHO guidelines, a safety plan should be made which includes identifying of the neighbor and planning to exit the house safely if crime escalates. It would be beneficial if a code is developed with a trusted one so that one can come to your aid in case of an emergency. This video is our strong message to each and every one of those beautiful women who are suffering silently, to believe that they are not alone, to believe that they can indeed stand up to the danger that lurks inside, break out of those 4 walls and emerge undaunted.